Hi everybody, Paul here from Hill Country Rings. Today we're going to be making a dual inlay ring on titanium, and we're going to be inlaying wood from the Battleship Iowa and the Battleship Texas. So let's go in the shop. So here we have a dual inlay titanium ring. So it's got two channels, and we're going to put in one of them the teak from the Battleship Iowa and the longleaf pine from the decks of the Battleship Texas. So it's going to be a dual battleship ring. So that's kind of different, kind of unique. Going to be kind of a challenge, but hey, I think I'm up for it. So the first thing we need to do is you're going to measure this ring, the diameter of the channel, the inside of the channel, and then we'll bore out the wood, and then we will use the lathe with the boring bit, and we will cut back exactly the width of this channel, so that what we're going to end up with is a piece that we can break the wood and then fit it around that channel. Both these pieces of wood. Going to be kind of tight, but hey, I've done it before with different wood, so this should be a fun one. So let's get started. Go ahead and put these guys on the lathe and start to cutting. And I will say, I measure with my trusty calipers, and the diameter of this inlay core, see it's right on the inside of the core, is 20.92. So I'm going to use a 21 millimeter Forstner bit to cut that out. And then the actual ring core channels, get this back to 0, go this way, and they are 2.47, so I'm going to do them about 2.5, and then I might sand them a little bit. So that's just want to go ahead and make sure we measure before we start cutting. Alright, I got my carriage out of the way. Bring up my tailstock. Get him locked in with a 21 millimeter Forstner bit. Let's go ahead and drill him. Alright, so I've got the boring bit in. I get it to the back of the wood, just where I want it. Set my DRO. Pull it to where I want it. Lock him down, lock down the carriage. Alright. And now we'll use the boring bar and go this way, and that'll cut this part of the wood so that he's just big enough to fit in that channel. Alright, ooh, he kind of pulled out. That's alright. That still looks good on the inside. Now we just do the same thing with the Battleship Texas wood. Alright, we got the Battleship Texas wood, and the Battleship Iowa wood all ready. Let's go ahead and take it to the bandsaw, and we'll cut this part here, and then we'll break it so that this inner part that goes around the ring, it'll have a clean break, and we can squeeze it back together after we put in the two-part epoxy around the channels. So to the bandsaw. Now we do the breaking and fitting. And I've tried different ways, different tools. And the best thing I found is this really nice block of aluminum. The nice sharp edge. I just put the cut right there over that break where I want to break it, and just bink. There you go. Let's see if that fits. I might have to do a little sanding on him. Yep, gonna have to do a little sanding on that one. And then we do the Battleship Texas wood. Ooh, he broke a little weird, but still good. Yeah, he fits in there good. Alright. So, I'm gonna sand that Battleship Iowa wood, and then we'll get them all fitted in there. See, he fits in there alright. And that Battleship Iowa will fit right here in this channel. So we'll put them in. So let's go ahead and get this guy sanded. I don't think we're having to sand him too much. See, just a little bit, just so he fits in that channel. So let's go do that. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Alright, with this. Nope. I'm trying to get him until he goes in, and I can spin the ring core so that I know I can get a little bit of room for the epoxy. See there, I can spin it, and it doesn't bind when I pull him out. Yeah, this guy's still tight. And this guy's still a little tight. Man, he is stuck. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it right now. Yeah. Alright. We'll go ahead and see, this guy will go this way. This guy will go this way. And then we'll epoxy them all up. Oop. Epoxy them all up with that there. And then we'll clamp them. Alright. Let's do that. I am going to just go ahead and put a little bit of scratchies on the inside of this core channels, just to get a good bond. The wood is pretty thin. I don't think I want to risk doing that on it. So I think it'll be fine, but just put just a little bit of something for that epoxy to bite onto on this metal. And we're going to clean it up with denatured alcohol before we bond him in. So, well, that's good. Alright, we got our denatured alcohol. We're going to go ahead and clean up the wood with that, just to get off, you know, just any kind of dust bits or anything like that. Let's get it clean. Clean, clean, clean. There we go. Alrighty. And the other wood, the Iowa wood here. See, it gets all that dust and stuff off. And we always do the wood first. I'll say this before. It's just so that the denatured alcohol, any that soaks into the wood, has a chance to dry and come out. All right, now we just clean the ring core. Just doing that, and we just in case there's any kind of like you know, machine oil or anything like that from when they machine these. It doesn't look like it, and actually this one's pretty clean. But sometimes it'll fool you. You'll clean a ring core and there'll be a big black streak on the paper towel that I use. And so at least we know we're gonna get it clean so I get a good bond. So that's good. And my wife says I use more paper towels, toothpicks, and tinfoil than Julia Childs. So that's true. That's kind of the tools of the trade. Things that I use a lot of is paper towels, tinfoil, and toothpicks. Otherwise known as the patented jeweler's tool. So here we go, and we're going to go ahead and put in some two-part epoxy. So go ahead and poop some out. And then the hardener. And I'm working with the doors open. My air conditioning's giving me a little problem today. But so it's kind of warm, but not too bad. Kind of get a nice breeze, nice hill country breeze coming through. So it's only about 90 degrees, so it's not. I'm not wearing a coat or anything, but not too hot. So we just mix that up. Mix it. And we'll put it on the wood. I'm going to start with the Battleship Texas wood. I'm going to do all the wood and then the ring core. And this is 24-hour epoxy. So I got plenty of time to work on it with it. It's not like it's going to start hardening up on me. So it gives me enough time to work it, get it done what I need done before it starts hardening. But the bad part is it's got to go overnight, so let it sit and then come back tomorrow afternoon and finish it up. So we get a good layer on both pieces of wood, and then we're going to put down both channels some of that epoxy, and that way we don't get a dry bond. We don't want it dry or air pocket or anything like that. Takes a little longer, but hey. And a lot of people will use like this CA glue on the inside like this, and I just never had good luck with that. This two-part epoxy, this is actually what they use to repair boats. So I'm not going to say it's waterproof ring, but it is pretty strong. So let's get that in there all the way around. Just little dabs, trying not to get it all over everywhere, because this is, then you got to clean it up, you got to scrape it off the ring, and if you get it on the inside, and especially on a ring that's this is not engraved, but an engraved ring, if you get it inside and get it on the engraving, it just becomes kind of a chore to get it cleaned up without messing up the engraving. Alright, so we've got him all done. Now I got two little clamps. The clamps. Got two little clamps. And we're going to go ahead and start out with the Battleship Texas. Put them on. And then put them on this way. And squish him a little bit. Alright. Good, good. Then we're going to put on the Battleship Iowa here. This way. I'm going to come at it from this direction. And this way here. Alright. Now we got him on there. And we're going to clamp both of them. Oops. Trying to keep showing you everything so I'm not doing any magic. Oop, shoot. Let's put him back on there. There we go. Alright. Hold him. Let's go ahead and clamp him first. He wants to come loose. So I got the Battleship Texas clamped that way. And then the Battleship Iowa is going to be clamped this way, this direction. So you got a kind of an overlapping clamps. Alrighty, I think that looks pretty good. Nice and straight, looking good. And now we just let it sit overnight. Alright, it's the next day, and the two-part epoxy is nice and cured. So we're going to take this guy and put him on the bandsaw, cut away the excess, put him on the lathe, and turn him to shape, both of those inlays, and then put some finish on them, get them all polished up. So let's do that. Alright, here he is before we put the finish on him. And he is looking really good. So we're going to take him over to the rotisserie and put some finish on him, let that cure, and then put it back on the lathe for some little sanding and polishing. Alright, here's some of that wood from the Battleship Texas, wood from the Battleship Iowa, and the ring that I made from both. And it came out just really, really nice. This ring, it's really pretty and really nice. So if you would like a ring made from the Battleship Texas, from Battleship Iowa, North Carolina, New Jersey, Major League Baseball bats, M1 Garand stock, check out hillcountryrings.com. And if you'd like to like and subscribe, that really help the channel. And drop me a comment, what would you like to see me make a ring from? I'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, I'd love to make a ring for you. Thanks, everybody.